What's your highest goal? If your goal is to remove pain, well then what happens afterwards? Was pain actually a means of the body in their life saying something's got to change? Did you trade off pain going away for the life change that may save their life? Might it be possible that indeed by treating the symptom, you kind of messed up their future life because their life needed to go in those direction? These are interesting questions. What I'm asking you is to ask this one question. What is your highest goal for the person you serve? What's the highest goal you'd like to have them in their health and wellness? Is it for something to go away? And if it is, what would you like to replace it? What is the biggest circle for how big you think your chiropractic care could provide a change for people? When we look at reorganizational healing, we assume that every symptom, every pain, and every symptom, every condition, every adversity has an opportunity to redirect a person's life. And restorative therapeutics is essential. It's essential at times to save your life to be restored. What happens after that? I was recently speaking to someone who is in treatment for cancer. And I said, what's your goal? She said, the goal is to beat the cancer. I said, well, if you don't quite make your goal, get 80% along the way, you might not be here. What if your goal was to live a full life, productive life, serving other people in ways that will require your body and your health to be one that you could really be extraordinary. Your body has a greater state of healing, the cancer or whatever condition it is. And I'm not speaking about treating conditions. I'm saying when you go to treat a condition, the question I ask is, what's your highest goal for the impact you make on the person's life? This session, what I'll be speaking about, is what is the future potential you're helping set a trajectory for those you serve. I'm going to start with the concept of pain. Because pain is a common denominator. Pain is a pain. No one wants to have pain. At one point in your life, you may want to get rid of pain. Yet when you're working out, when you're having a major athletic event, when you're in relationship, when you're making progress, do you sometimes assume pain is necessary along the way to redirect you or guide you? When you're in love with someone, will you do anything for them no matter how much pain? Yes. So the factor is not so much the pain, there's something else underlying it. And that is how much energy is available to heal and for change. That's what it's looking at. We want to optimize the amount of energy that is brought to the organizing wisdom for it to heal and to make change. What is the purpose of pain? Good question. The purpose of pain is to interrupt. It's to interrupt the life you're living. It's to stop you from doing something. It's to stop you from thinking the way you're thinking. It's to help you to plan something different. The purpose of pain is to say, stop now, pay attention, and make a change. When? Next year? No, now. Pain is brilliant. It's an evolutionary strategy that's supposed to stop us in our tracks. If the objective is assuming the pain is a mistake of the body and you want to restore the person to a pre-pain state without changing anything along the way, it's a path to health disaster, and it's a path to a much less fulfilled life. What I'm looking at with pain is helping an individual to realize that it's saying you must change your behavior. Something has to change, your body behavior, your spinal behavior, what you're doing now. If your hand's on a stove, it's supposed to hurt. If you jump out of a window, on the way down you say, so far so good, so far so good, boom, pain happens. Why? There's not enough energy now in the system to maintain the structure of the body. Pain means there's not enough energy to keep going the way you're going. a change in perspective, behavior, or structure is necessary, and now. I'm mentioning this because pain is a tool for change. In this model, I'm suggesting that you suspend the desire to get rid of pain and instead put in the desire to make gain. When you make gain, you realize the body will change the way it's functioning and there will be a new way. I'm going to explain something more about pain to you. We are punished or rewarded for how energy efficient we are. We are punished or rewarded for how energy efficient we are. The more we are breaking down or don't have enough energy to maintain the existing state of our body, the health of our cells, our posture, the way we think, when we don't have enough energy to maintain the current state and we're breaking down no matter what, we're supposed to have pain. And nothing's supposed to make that go away. An adjustment, a manipulation, a drug, a surgery is not supposed to make that go away, because cellular death means tissue death and potentially death of the organism. Now, what happens when we have a little bit more energy and we're not breaking down, but we can feel more comfortable? We can manage things more effectively. Guess what? We have this thing called relief. We feel okay. I want you to be aware that mammals have opiate receptors along the spinal cord. Mammals have opiate receptors and hallucinogenic receptors. Why would we have opiate and hallucinogenic receptors to the spine? I believe because we are rewarded for our energy efficiency. And the principle of chiropractic basically goes like this. You have force linked to intelligence, expressed as through matter, and that's the chiropractic meaning of life. And when force cannot get to the intelligence, and I call force energy, it breaks down, there's dis-ease. A subluxation is involved in that process. Now what happens when your body is more efficient and has enough energy to organize itself to make small changes, to be more than comfortable? It can now move into discomfort. It could face what it has to face. You could confront what you have to confront. You could have new instability. You could have massive change and actually say, bring it on. And now you have courage. Now you have enthusiasm. Now you have the energy of your body builds into the field around you, and collectively teamwork happens and you create something new. Someone walks into the room and that person has enough energy to actually create enough energy shift in the field between you and them. The nervous system is healthier. You come up with new ideas. Now you're not concerned about pain, because now your body produces pain-killing medications. It produces endorphins. And when you love someone, you have so much energy, you're so healthy in that moment and so joyous, can deal with massive uncertainty, put so much energy that you're willing to go through anything for the person. So basically, your body has the greatest drugstore inside, the greatest doctor giving prescriptions inside. And the threshold of it is how much available energy. Reorganizational healing sees the energy state that you have as a central issue. Where does the energy come from? What happens? You have a fall, an accident, a trauma. Something emotionally happens that you say can't deal with. You don't have enough energy to organize the information in a constructive way. We call it trauma. In that process, when that happens, the blood supply to the frontal cortex is diminished. We go into a sympathetic fight or flight response. And what happens then? The body locks up, and it's a vertebra associated with a vertebral-dural relationship distorts. With this, it says, I cannot experience this experience. It takes the energy that would result in, no, stop, or whatever the trauma is, and it takes it, and like a mirror, it drops it into a mirror that's broken. It drops it into pieces, and aspects of that energy is pushed down different parts of the body and the information. The subluxation is what sets off that process. As care progresses in NSA care, through the levels, As the body's subsystems start self-regulating more effectively, the energy that's been bound up starts becoming available now, and it moves through the subsystems more effectively, through the active system, the passive system, the neural control system, the emotional system, and the energy that's become disconnected starts coming together again. And those areas that were locked up in defense and can no longer move, they start moving more. Why? Because there's enough energy to move. When an area can't move, when it's fixated, it's locked up, it's simply an energy drain that's happening. And with the energy, it makes change. This is the principle of chiropractic. This is what NSA is based upon. The subsystems of the spine help dissipate energy tension loads away from the brain and spinal cord, dissipate into the muscles, the tendons, the emotional systems. So the care, it goes back to the system, and the system reorganizes at a higher level of complexity.